boys and girls. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. Another STAM Studio Network bringing you the Bump and Run series here at Kansas. We ain't in Kansas no more, Toto. Well, I guess technically we are. So I guess we don't have a name for the race, so we're going to call it the Toto 200, whatever you want to do it. Do the math yourself. Glad to be here with Mr. Sean Stam, bringing you another episode of the Bump and Run series. Mr. Sean, you got us loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Justin, how are you doing on this wonderful race evening, my man?
I'm glad to be here. Just hanging in there like a rusty fish hook. How are you, my friend?
Man, can't beat it. I am ready for some yellow brick road action here tonight. We already have these drivers qualified, ready to go here, getting about 2 wide through the field. Take a look at this starting grid here tonight, brought to you by Extreme Scoring.
So let's take a look at it. Brandon Moore, number 8 machine, going to bring us to the start-finish line to lead us off. Matthew Fitz rolling off second. Kyler McCarthy third. Chris Campbell fourth. Sean Judson fifth. Tyler Massey sixth. My 7, Stan Mayberry 8th, Charles Van Schiek number 9, Cameron Smith 10, Richard Johns 11th, and Daniel Higgins going to be in 12th.
John Holliday, Bill Hales, Brian Utley Jr., Philip Brickman, Joe Stipe, Travis Farmer, Tyler Myers, Robbie Bice, Billy B. Roberts, and Kevin Roy. Rounding out our 22, count 'em, 22 driver field here tonight. It's open setup night. It's Kansas. It's some playoff racing here. We'll get to those points here in just a few laps here time, and a few cautions time, as well as we've got some special things to show you throughout this broadcast. So sit back, relax, make sure you got yourself that special beverage of choice. And well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Toto's 135 here tonight from Kansas Speedway. Sit back, relax, and have a good time with us on STAM Studio Network. Stand side by side in turn number 1.
Here we go. Do turns 1 and 2. They go side by side, pretty much all the way through the field. Working our way off. Moore going to lose a little bit of ground there. Here comes Fitz on the outside. Going to have a great run. Door quarter clear for Fitz. He'll send it down to the bottom as they work through 3 and 4.
Fitz is looking for some Fitz magic here, because quite a few of these last races, he's had the pace, he's had the speed, but not the finishing position to say so. Fitz out here to the clean air earlier on, but Kyler McCarthy is looking to hunt down that inside line. That's the lowest line that you can run without trying to heat those right sides up a little bit too early on. Looks like Sean Judson with that W Energy Toyota Camry said, get a little friendly with that outside safer barrier into 3 this time live.
Working their way back up to the tri-oval. Here comes Fitz, going to lead him around. McCarthy looking here, there, everywhere. Trying to knock on the door and get around Fitz. Great pace right there for McCarthy. We're still wide back there with Campbell and Austin Mice as they work their way around through there. Here we go, working their way around through. You got Johns and Massey back there right behind them, still trying to be side by side. It looks like Campbell going to be able to get the clear. Austin looking inside. Down on the bottom side, that's going to have a good run. Let's see, that is Johns, the 67 hot rod. He's going to be able to get by him as he is still looking for position on the bottom. Working our way through turns 1 and 2 here. Here comes Fitz, still outside. He's kind of running that middle groove right there. Kind of cuts off the wind to the 24 machine to give him the run. But how about that 67? He has got that thing stuck to the bottom like glue, and it is hanging tough down there.
That's what I think you really want to do here earlier on in this race. Try to save those tires, especially the right sides earlier on. As I ran one too many official races myself earlier on. But we're going to have some more side-by-side for the race lead. It's McCarthy. It's Fitz. It's dual wide side-by-side, because here comes the 67 and Brandon Moore looking to join the battle as well.
They are not checking up. McCarthy able to get around Fitz and take over the lead, but don't count out that 67. That Toyota, I believe, is down there on the bottom. He has got a head full of steam since the drop of the green flag. He has really made some hay. Currently sitting third out of Winston-Salem, North Kakalaki. Really making some hay, but Brandon Moore up there started on the pole, kind of had I don't know if he missed a gear or what. Oh, 67. Going to get a little loose there as they come around through the corner. Here comes the 68 of Chris Campbell. Going to get up to the outside. Way up there scraping the wall. I believe that was Judson as they head back off in turns 3 and 4.
So it's Kyler McCarthy back out, or actually to the race lead here. He's going to steal it away from Matthew Fitz. Lap 7 out of 135, and we have a caution on the racetrack. Richard Johns. Oh, the Sean and Tater curse strikes early. Driver we were just talking about who had a really great start to the race out of North Kakalaki.
Tough way to start your race off. But hey, a lot of time here. If I'm going to be in the caution, I'd rather be early on in this run.
Take a look at the Stam Studio Network race replay. Looks like he gets loose by his lonesome there. Oh, tries to save it, whips it back around on him. Groundskeeper Willie. Oh, through the paint as well. Uh-oh, no. Look out. Top on board with them here, Justin. What do you see from the 67, and what do you hear from him?
All right, can we get Jim Bob on the forklift?
Oh, yeah, I got you. One sec.
Get him off his smoke break. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's Jim Bob.
Oh, dude. It looks like right there, I think it just kind of over-rotated there. Kind of just rotated around with him a lot quicker than he was hoping for. When it did it, there's not a whole lot of saving. Did a great job of getting it to the bottom down there and not taking out everybody else along the way. Could have been a lot worse, but luckily it was not. Get on Mr. Richard there to get it out the way and not cause any more accident than they need to.
All right, appreciate everybody joining in here tonight on Stam Studio Network. If you're watching live, we're catching this race replay back at it. We got already Ricardo joining us here as live as well as Terry, as well as Travis Farmer. Travis also racing here tonight. Well, texting and driving 190 miles an hour, never hurt nobody. You probably know what they're asking for tonight. Ooh, some. I like the. Those about to catch your attention from space. Speaking of catch your attention from space, Matthew Fitz with the caution flag lights, man, really catching his attention up there.
I don't know how he does that, but that's pretty slick. I would be distracted by the strobe up there, and I'd end up wrecking the whole field.
I made myself a little homemade one of those, and I use it for about a season or two here. And well, that's like you said, Justin, kind of the whole reason I stopped, especially under yellow. You can modify it, change it all up you want there, but like you said, it almost sounds like a get ready for it. Not sure if you could hear it, but or it almost looks like Bobby on the forklift there. Anyways,
I wonder how he's got that tied in. He got it tied in on the lights on the safety car. We got it tied in the lights on the thing over.
I think it's through. Oh, what's the software? It's linked to the whole thing. It'll let you know if you're meatballed. It'll let you know with the white flag, the green flag. Every single one. It's got something for it. It's pretty cool. Maybe that's something that we'll have to check out here a little bit later in the broadcast. But man, Justin, what have you seen so far this race? Has anything caught your eye really yet?
Yeah, so far it's really been the side-by-side action. Everybody's been it's been a lot of clean racing so far. They've been side-by-side for most of this race. The front two kind of checked off just a little bit. But man, just the side-by-side racing so far. Kansas providing a great race so far.
Well, I will say that from the officials last week, it was a lot of fun to run that side-by-side, but once again, you best try to keep those right sides on the machine there. We only have 4 tire sets available at 70% fuel in this 135-lap race. Kyler McCarthy, Matthew Fitz, Chris Campbell, Cameron Smith, Tyler Massey. Hey, Daniel Higgins. How about Daniel, the Toyota Camry? He's right there with Philip Brigsman. Both those drivers gaining 6 and 9 spots since the drop of the green flag. Barney and Justin, take him away.
So here we go. McCarthy inside, Fitz outside. You got Campbell and Smith going to round out the second row there back to the green flag. We go here at Campbell.
Some more side by side.
Turn one we go.
Into
go ahead.
turn 1. Look at this new player, Cameron Smith, once again. He's gained 7 spots since the drop of the green. That Chase Elliott paint scheme, he's looking to do what Chase Elliott did real life this race weekend. Here comes Chris Campbell. Here comes Cameron Smith. Tyler Massey is looking to join the picture as well, side by side behind Tyler Massey. Daniel Higgins, Stan Mayberry is looking to knock on that rear bumper.
Here we go. Here, low side down there trying to make a move. Cameron Smith kind of got to play both sides of the coin right here. He can go up low, or he's going to go low there. Got to give up the outside. That's going to give Massey a heck of a run coming off the corner. Will he be able to clear him? I don't believe so. Is there still side by side for the race lead between Fitz and McCarthy? McCarthy going to be able to get it done. Can Fitz get the crossover as they come off of turn number 4? Not going to happen. McCarthy retakes the race lead.
Is still right there lurking for that race lead, and Cameron Smith as well as Tyler Massey continue to battle this puppy out here for 4th and 5th position. Man, how about Cameron Smith here? He's only dropped about a position or 2 since this race restarts, but now continuing to make that inside line work. Gonna try, is he gonna wash up here on exit? Washing up is how you keep the speed and momentum up here out of turn number 4. He doesn't opt to cut the apron. I don't hate the move there, but it looks like it may have caught Stan Mayberry a little off guard in that Monster Energy Ford. Side by side right behind them on well. So that's the SpongeBob paint scheme of the number 41 of Charles Van Schwick. He's going to look and dive down the inside of our one and only Canadian driver here tonight of Philip Brigman.
Go get him, A. As they work around through here, Brigman a little loose there. Going around the corner there. At Ontario, Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. No, I'm just kidding. As they work their way around through here. Mayberry outside looking. Let's see.
Look
that
at
is
the
Massey.
run
Massey.
that Brigman got off into there running the outside.
What a run.
Do it again, but look, he's going to burn up so much of this tire. He's going to put so much heat that he really he would be more optimal not doing this early on in the run. But hey, I understand it. You got to go. He's continuing to make it work. Look at this run once again. It's not only on the corner exit, but it's corner entry as well.
Well, they have got some momentum running right here for this 84 hot rod, the Clear McSkeeter machine. Really got some speed, this 84 kinetic hot rod. Gonna try to get to the front. Excuse me there, folks. Let's see, Clear McSkeeter. Clear McBrigman, I guess is what I'm calling.
Ooh, he's gonna rip the fence there. Careful. He somehow gets off of that newer modeled suction cup that iRacing has done there. You make contact next gen in a safer barrier at upwards of, 199 miles an hour, 170 miles an hour, 180 we're running here into the corners. It'll definitely get you the big suck up there on the wall pause, but thankfully Philip Brigman a little bit more of a pinball effects there than what we have seen prior. It's Tyler Massey, Tyler Myers, the Tyler versus Tyler show, battle for P8 and 9.
Look back through the field here. Let's see here. Who's running the SpongeBob scheme right there? Is that Mr. Charles?
Yeah, it is Mr. Van Swick. Go.
Oh, yeah. Go get him, SpongeBob. Yeah, look at right here. This is just a great group of guys right here. I think most of them usually top 3 guys. Right there, you got Charles on the inside. You got Philip up there ripping the fence down. I think he got in the wall there and it slowed him up. Killed all of his momentum there. Here comes Cameron Smith. Tyler Massey. Oh, we got one around.
No caution out here yet.
Oh, snipe.
Race control opting to keep it clean. Joe Stipe's going to get back on that line for the Irish Ford Mustang 00. Joe, we appreciate everything that you do here for us on STAM Studio Network, but this might get tight as here comes the race leader, Kyler McCarthy, right behind him, still under green flag conditions. Kyler's going to opt to go to the bottom as well as the rest of the field. Look out, Joe Stipe. I don't know if he's got any toe link left in it.
He may not. Let's check that steering wheel right quick. Do we got an onboard with him?
Oh,
he may be driving. He might be driving at about 4 o'clock here.
That's not as bad as I was thinking, but that front end has definitely seen better days.
Could have been a lot worse. Here comes, look at there. Here comes that 45W Energy Machine. Tyler Myers going to come up here into the picture. Joe Stipe right now just wishing for a caution of some sort. Go down lap 22 going in the books here. Work our way coming around through 1 and 2. Looking for lap 23 here. So far, pretty much clean race. One caution so far. And Sean, what are we looking like numbers-wise, kind of pit strategy? What will we be looking like?
Yeah, it's 70% fuel. Let's see. Let me try to do some quick maths here. I would expect possibly around 60 to 70, but don't quote me on it there. That's not my major. Or crew chief is. Anyways, it's going to be tight though on that fuel, as well as I think more of the tire strategy. It's really going to be. I don't see any of these drivers taking right sides though, unless it's maybe a green-white checkered, as tire wear continues to really be a factor here. It will be a factor as we continue to see these drivers push pretty earlier on. As we saw there in that graphic real quick though, how about Brandon Moore, our pole sitter here tonight? He's falling back all the way to P10.
Yeah, he's kind of dropping like a rock here. Unfortunately, I don't know if something happened there on the get-go or what, but he just hit that number 8 machine right in the butt. I know if there's somebody looking for a caution, it's probably him right now.
This is earlier on in the race when they were side by side in the race lead. Let's see here. Yeah, I remember. Excuse me, folks. I remember seeing him 3 wide. It's I remember seeing contact any smoke flying off the brand of the number 8, but maybe somebody can let us know down there in YouTube land.
Unfortunately, that 8 machine had a lot of momentum.
Some more side. Man, the Chase Elliott paint scheme. Cameron Smith once again. He goes back and forth, trying to make that outside line work once again. And don't look now, but here comes Tyler Massey and Tyler Myers. Once again, the Tyler show continue to go at it here. We're going to hop on board with Tyler Massey. He's going to make that outside line work, that second and third seam. Once again, carrying that speed and the momentum, opening the steering wheel up off of corner exit. To run the outside line once again. Let's see what he does with the seams. Right side tire about to keeps it out of that right side asphalt seam. Gonna head to try to hit the crossover move.
Crossover! You gotta hit with the junior crossover.
Hey, man, I can't wait to start seeing the slide jobs as these tires continue to wear.
Oh, Lord. I don't know, man. You could really make this happen, or you got to take care of them tires. Don't start ripping the fence down too early. Oh, Myers, easy. Tyler going at it here. Trying to look. Monster Energy, W Energy going at it right here.
For what?
Massey got a front row seat for this one.
This is how many times that we've seen an energy drink battle here for position on track for the Bump and Run Cup Series.
A lot. Is that a number?
Yeah, I would say so. Man, it's let us know what your favorite energy drink down there in the old YouTube land is, and while you're doing that, we'd like to thank the sponsors and affiliates up there in the top right who continue to allow us to bring you broadcast coverage here on Stay On Studio Network for the BNR Cup Series. We're talking extreme scoring, also talking the Alpha One Foundation nonprofit, Admin Box, Bearded Bear Custom Hides, Cotton Bowl Speedway, best dirt track out here in the North Americas, or the world, you can call it. Mad Dog Graphics, Race to Stop Suicide, and Silver Fox Racing.
Well, they are side by side. How about this little race right here, 3-car race? And how about SpongeBob?
It was a matter of time.
It was a matter of time. He finally became the head fry cook.
Yeah, I didn't even think Sponge. Oh,
Boy.
Kyler McCarthy's going to dive it down the inside as
comes
well. This
Plankton.
battle isn't over.
He's come. Ravioli. Here comes McCarthy for the Formioli. Holy cow, here he comes. Cam McCarthy taking away with a lap car inside. They're going to be a little close there. Oh, boy. McCarthy going to have to lift right there. Stipe just kind of running his own line. He's going to have to move. Oh, Lord, this could be bad.
Tyler McCarthy opts to go in the dirty air wake of the race leader of now Charles Van Schwick. Oh, as he continues to flirt with that outside wall there. Tyler McCarthy, Charles Van Schwick, 41-24. McCarthy says, all right, Charles, I'll give you the race lead here momentarily. I'm not going to go anywhere just yet. If you do see this graphic on the right side of your screen, though, I'm not sure if Charles Van Schwick, well, I guess I can. 5-second pit stop there, so definitely no tires, but a little bit more fuel in that fuel tank. Charles Van Schwick will be able to go a little bit further this stint by. Kyler McCarthy continues to try to make that outside line work, flirting with disaster here on entrance and exit of 4.
He's doing everything he can outside, inside. Oh! Somebody call an ambulance! Call the ambulance! Easy, Steves. Is that Steve's? I believe it's.
I think it's Joe Stein. Oh, you meant it was going in their Mach 2?
Yeah.
I don't see any
Somebody
Steves here on track
sending
tonight. And Justin, that brings up a really good point. Justin, if you are watching, Mr. Steves, we do hope that you're feeling a little bit better here recently with what you've had going on. So we take a look at this Stam Studio Network race replay, and we'll do it pretty quick here because we still have to look at these points standings as well. It looks like Joe Stipe, another self-induced, very similar to that first one that he had right in front of the leaders.
Hey, I want to do something. If you're in the YouTube chat for me right now, I want everybody to leave a thumbs up for Mr. Justin Steves. I know he's going through a lot right now. I don't know if Justin's watching the broadcast, but if he goes back to watch it, I want everybody in the chat right now to put a thumbs up in there. That's all I want. That or a heart. Let's put a thumbs up or a heart. Just let him know you're thinking about him. You know, I feel like it'd be something cool for him to kind of go back and look at. So like I said, if you're in the chat, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, but most definitely leave a thumbs up or a heart. Be kind of cool for him to go back and see later on.
Well said, Justin. Justin Steves, we hope you are doing a little bit better here as we join you back here live to the virtual Kansas Speedway for the battle for the race lead off of pit lane. It's Charles Van Schwick, just barely, no other way to say it, beating off Matthew Fitzpaws off their pit lane. Cameron Smith, Tyler Massey, Tyler Myers, Stan Mayberry, Austin Mice, Brian Huntley Jr. rounding out the top 10. Real quick, let's take a quick look at these point standings, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I know it's only the top 10, but the points battles continue to range pretty tight throughout the whole field. You can see on the bottom ticker throughout the whole race, it's Kyler McCarthy, Tyler Massey, Justin Steves up there continuing to run in the top 3 standings. How about Austin Mice? He continues to run, really, really well, especially later in the season when it all matters. But Brian Huntley Jr., Matthew Fitz, Tyler Myers, Chris Campbell, Robbie Bice, and Brandon Moore rounding at the top 10 in the points. It's been tight throughout the whole season, and it continues to be just that way.
All right, I got my one question for the night. I got my one question for the night. I want the people in the YouTube chat to help us out here. We need some stuff. Hey, what is the best Pop-Tart flavor?
What?
Best Pop-Tart flavor.
All right, I got my answer locked in.
Let's get some YouTube chat. See if anybody in the YouTube chat will pop up for me. I need some YouTube chat answers before I
Carrie,
mine.
Terry, Ricardo, Ted. I think that's Travis Farmer. We're waiting on you. Let us know those little.
Let's see it.
We can't forget.
Carrie says s'mores.
S'mores.
Carrie says s'mores. Not a bad one. But not the best one.
Ooh, I don't know.
Ooh, yeah. Let's get back to the restart right quick. We'll come back to this here in a minute. We'll get some more back. Back to the green flag we go. Charles going to lead us back to here. Charles, Chuck, whatever you want to call him.
He has gone from all the way back into ninth, all the way back up to first here. Here comes Kyler McCarthy. He's going to use that outside line, shaking, baking, trying to keep that speed and momentum working. Cameron Smith once again having the short run speed. Remember, these are open setups for the Bump and Run Cup Series drivers here. It's maybe just a little bit more short run speed setup on that number 9, as he's going to have Kyler McCarthy side drafting him this time across the stripe. 2 by 2 by 2. 2 wide, 3 rows back there as Tyler Massey and Chris Campbell continue to go at it as well.
They worked their way off of turn 2. Right now, your top 4, Charles, Fitz, McCarthy, Smith, Massey. Your top 5, excuse me. McCarthy's going to start going up there and kind of ripping the fence down up there. Not going to be able to get by there, but a great run. Going to lead to some great help coming down through here. How about Massey back there throwing some blocks left and right, up and down. Checking back through the field here. Let's see here. John's recovering great from that earlier spin. Here comes the 88 machine. Brian Huntley Jr. going to look to the inside there. 3 wide almost. Here comes that W Energy machine. Tyler Myers up top.
Oh, 3 wide. This is going to get tight off the exit of 4. The 67, Richard Johns. No, hang on to it.
Oh!
That'll be the 3rd caution here tonight. Richard Johns, one of the fastest drivers in practice and throughout the race thus far. Just not his night. That's already the 2nd spin where he just had really nowhere to go, no fault of his own.
Whack, whack, whack.
Brian Huntley Jr. also gets contact in there as well. Philip Brigman, who I believe had some cat-like reflexes there in the 84 to miss that one.
Somebody called the ambulance, but not for him. Man down. Jim Bob back from his smoke break. Let's take a look back. Was there contact coming all 4? With the 67 just...
I think there was. We might have to take the drone camera shot. It's so hard to try and rip that thing off of 4, especially if we can hop on board with Brian Huntley Jr. Not sure if he was in 4th or 5th gear there, but especially off of a race restart, that's hard to try and make that stick to the inside line.
You hate that for the 88 that was having a great run. Hopefully didn't knock it out too much.
Hopping on board with Brian here. Oh, excuse me, that was Brandon Moore, excuse me. Yeah, Brian Huntley Jr. is going to be a little bit different story there. And then, well, let's see what gear he is. Okay, he's trying to rip 5th, so got the setup with more downforce in it there to try to run that inside line. Oh, that was the whole lap in front of it. So let's hop on board with this whole lap now coming into the wreck. Brian Huntley Jr. See, he's going to run the middle line this time by. Gets, wow, a little bit of a late diamond apex. Contact with the 67. No, goes to the inside.
I've been weaving Bob.
Keeps it in 5th round, just a slight wash up the track.
Got down there in the marbles. It just spun him right on a ram.
All right, last look at it here before we cut live back to virtual pacing action. It's close. There may have been a slight gasp of air in between them, so it was either aero loose or just big loose for the 67. But unfortunately, probably going to end Brian Huntley Jr.'s night, I would imagine.
Just depending on how much it knocked the toe angle out of it. Bit the axle. You know, knocked the brake fluid off of it. It'll be all right.
All right, Barney, wave it loud and proud. This should be, we should bunch them all back together this time by, yep, lights are out on the iRacing safety pace car, but take a look at how many drivers who did just pit. I mean, Charles Van Schwick, I know he's got 4,200 I rating. He's got SpongeBob on one side, Patrick on the other. He is coming down here on this last pace lap available to it. Just another quick splash and dash. Just looking to get a little bit deeper into this fuel run, as we've seen time and time again. This could come back and haunt the rest of the field.
About that.
I was gonna try it as a SpongeBob laugh earlier, but I think I'll save everything. We gotta check on YouTube. Dan. The Pop-Tart question. S'mores.
Oh,
Justin Steves, no Pop-Tarts. Okay, well, we only have one vote.
No Pop-Tart. Who said no Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, that'll be Terry. I don't know what's going on.
Miss Terry. Miss Terry. I am sad.
Well, let's hear it, Justin. What you got? Oh wait. Oh, okay. We got to build the suspense for it even more. We'll get right back to it here. As we're back to some green flag action. Matthew Fitz, Kyler McCarthy continues to be the runners up front, as it looks like the 45 of Tyler Myers' rear tires were almost lifted off the racetrack there at the front end of Robbie Weiss. Here we go. Once again, it's Kyler McCarthy who's going to slice, dice, work that inside line. Don't look now, but it's Tyler Massey, that Stam Studio Network Harvest Ford Mustang, already up to P2.
They are side by side, working their way around through here. Keep an eye on that 41 machine this SpongeBob Hot Rod. See if he can get back up here. Massey going to have to figure out which line he wants to go with. He's going to choose the inside with McCarthy. Fitz up there still running the outside line. That's the thing about Kansas, man, you've got so many options so you can kind of run. Provide some great racing action for everybody. Comes Stan Mayberry back there in fourth. Don't count him out. Here comes Fitz, really ripping that outside lane right now. Can he make it work to get by McCarthy? He's going to have a great run and be able to inherit the lead back.
What a run for Matthew Fitz. Not sure if he's working with just a little bit more tire pressure, because now that you can adjust that within this open setups here for the Bump and Run Cup Series, as we have contact at the exit of turn number 2. Tyler Massey, Stan Mayberry going at it here. Man, Kansas, how about even the cardboard cutouts here may run for their money. These drivers got their elbows out here. Look at Tyler Myers keeping the show alive in that W Energy Chevrolet Camaro. That outside line continues to show dividends earlier on in the run, but it's really, you want to be patient here. Keep an eye on like a driver, Philip Brigman, Richard Johns, who kept running that inside line. That's going to be the 43 who slips up. It's all speed. It's all momentum here tonight from Kansas Speedway. These next-gen machines, Robbie Weiss looks to take away P5 in that outside line. Look at this cannon run. Oh, he's not going to go for the side draft here. Robbie Weiss stays up. Here comes Philip Brigman to maybe try to take this thing 3 wide into 1.
Let me just shoot you straight here. You want to get to the front, you want to do it real fast, okay? You can only win the race on lap 1. I don't know if y'all know that, but you can only win the race on lap 1. How about Tyler Myers here? Dubby to the front here. Got some momentum. Can that translate to the lead? He's got to get through. A lineman trying to set up a hole here. He's going to stick with the outside. He's really got the outside along with Fitz kind of working here, but McCarthy down low. Not going to go away.
Man, Matthew Fitz, once again, he is not ready to play around. He is one to put his foot down tonight. He keeps running that outside line and keeps crossing that seam on the outside. Will he continue to run at that long run speed, or did he put he dropped those pressures a little bit on those right sides the last pit stop? You'll have to wait and see here live on Stam Studio Network. Lap 50 out of 135. I think you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm showing my appreciation to you. We'll treat you to a quick crank it up, as here comes Tyler Myers right on the back bumper of Kyler McCarthy. Stick with us here. Don't go anywhere. Be right back with you. Tappy, tappy, tappy. Slight release. A little tap on that brake as well. Kyler McCarthy still trying to wrap that outside line. Well, it's a little bit of switchback. We've seen Matthew Fitz continue to run the outside, but here comes Kyler McCarthy. Now he's going to take, Matthew Fitz going to take Kyler McCarthy's line away. Still Tyler, front bumper to rear bumper. Tyler Myers going to wash up the track in that dirty wake out there from Kyler McCarthy in front of him. Here comes Tyler Massey down the inside. This is going to get tough.
Boy, they are racing hard, and there comes Robbie Bice back into the action. Robbie looking for a good rebound here. He's kind of had a rough couple weeks at it. But here he comes. He was doing everything he can to try to get that number 28 up here to the front.
I thought we just saw Robbie Bice with pancaking the outside wall a couple of laps ago, and he continues to march to the front.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take notes on the 28 Toyota Camry. Look at him. He's going to look down the inside of Tyler Myers, as well as he's going to try to work on Tyler Massey's rear bumper. Not able to clear that Myers machine, though. Oh, as he's not going to cut across the apron once again. That kind of cuts, it catches you off guard on that outside line. You never know if the driver's going to cut that apron or not here at Kansas, unless you got a real-life spotter. Tyler Myers is going to run that outside line once again. Sparks are flying up at the end of the 45. Look at that! That's Richard Johns!
Gracious, how about Johns? He is battle back. This is the second time he's went all the way from the back to the front. I don't know if there's like a challenge we didn't know about called the back to front challenge, but he was doing everything he can.
Speaking of the back to the fronts here, let's see if he's able to clear him. Okay, just barely. There's Robbie Bice. Ooh, a little bit of a push, you can call it, there on the back straightaway. The 3 and 4. Richard Johns, look at the pace difference there. Is he able to keep it? Is he able to keep it stuck there to the bottom of the track? Looks like it. Chris Campbell looking to join this battle as well. We talked about from the back to the front, though, Justin. Real quick, here's Charles Van Swick. Not sure if he's just fuel saving or just abiding his time right now. But the SpongeBob and Patrick number 41 machine still really hasn't gained much ground. But hey, we've seen this before in the 41. I think it is a little bit of strategy play.
A little bit. Everybody's got to have some kind of strategy. So here we go, working our way back around through here, looking on Chuck, Charles, whatever you like to call him. The Boat Racing diecast machine.
God, you hear that? He dumped the dang clutch going into the corner. He is ultimate fuel save right now. I think he's trying to save a whole stint. I mean, or getting close to it. Look at that, or listen to that. That is crazy. I mean, it's smart, but I mean, thinking in 4D or tonight.
That's a clutch, man. It's going to suck replacing that. You doing that. As a clutch man on a race car.
Oh, who was that?
Was that Mayberry?
Oh, it was Mayberry. The 4 involved of John Holiday as well. Uh-oh. All right, well, that's... I don't know if you call that the Sean and Tater curse once again, but that's, as we just were talking about some fuel and strategy runs. Well, we're going to regroup and rearm up here in the booth. Well, I guess everybody is at this point on. Man, what happened there to the number 4 and maybe sitting on something else? Is it 3 wide? Is that Daniel Higgins on the inside?
Let's see.
No, Higgins is
right
there.
down.
Oh, holy turn.
Oh! It's almost like Holiday decided we're turning now. And they didn't turn now. Somebody didn't get the memo.
I don't know if Mayberry knew he was, excuse me, I don't know if Stan Mayberry knew if John Holiday was on the outside from that look there. Trying to look at something, trying to get a better look this time by. Okay, here comes that Farm Rich car on the outside. Is it just
God, got him with the cheese stick.
It may be the cheese stick out the way. Oh, okay, Justin. I think you might be.
Holiday decided he wanted to turn, and Mayberry was not ready to make that commitment. Kind of like a marriage nowadays. Wasn't ready for that commitment. Sorry. See my shot and took it.
Speaking of take your shot and take it, Justin, I think we got a little special birthday here tonight.
Whoa!
I thought maybe you saw the
birthday.
Facebook post wrong as Charles Van Swick beats them all off of pit lane there. Pause. Here comes Richard Johns, Tyler McCarthy, 2x2 off of the pits. It's Charles Van Swick, Richard Johns, Kyler McCarthy, Brandon Moore, Matthew Fitz. I thought it was a brotherly commentator birthday. I don't know.
Yeah, my brother, big little homie G.
Hey, big little homie
Kool-Aid.
G. Happy.
Yeah.
Best of birthdays to you. Hope you're having a good one.
Little Pockets, Kool-Aid, Junebug, whatever you want to call him. He's a man of many nicknames. Call him idiot.
Oh no.
We don't make the brightest decisions when together.
Oh boy. Hey, well, they might be fun at least. I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, we've only. If you want them, don't give us firecrackers. We will put them in the fire. Not lit.
Oh, that's man.
That wasn't
That
our
sounds like a
problem.
blast
Somebody
right
gave
there.
us
You
a
got
box
me-
of
you got me
firecrackers.
hooked.
That was the first problem. Somebody gave us the box of firecrackers. That's on
Oh.
him.
Yeah, I don't know about give the old commentator. That's like giving a box of candy to a baby, I guess, or a child.
pretty much.
You're gonna go wild on that one.
Or like a spoon to a crackhead.
Oh, I would have never thought of that one.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I get paid the big bucks, Sean. Sean, we need to talk about a raise after. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Guys,
that's
guys.
what separates us from the old SSN.
guys, I
from
want a
the
raise. Just
boys.
don't tell Sean, okay? All
Oh
right.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, hey, Sean. Hey, buddy.
I'll tell you what, if Charles Van... No, I'm just kidding. But I will say that Charles Van Swick, on this kind of differencing strategy there on fuel saving and, well, didn't take a tire set as most of these cars probably did on this last stop. Look at who joins this battle to the front as well. It's Brandon Moore. Here we go into turn one once again from the yellow brick road. It is Charles Van Swick, Richard Jones, Kyler McCarthy, Brandon Moore right there.
There you go, Fitz. Going to be all over the back bumper of that 24 hot rods. They dive it off into turn number uno. Work their way around turn number two. Right now, McCarthy just going to fall right in line with that 41 hot rod. Mr. Charles, outside line, going to kind of be the provisional here, I guess. They work their way through turn three and four. Back to the start-finish line we head.
Oh, it's the Hornets' nest back here from about 10th on back, as well as side by side for the race lead. Kyler McCarthy's going to climb the hill once again. He's almost going to rip the boards. He keeps a bit of car width out from it. But look at this run back down the back straightaway. Once again, Charles Van Swick has no block for him there. We've seen aero blocking here into the corners, but that run down the straightaway is probably smart to stay out of the way of the 24. Side by side for the race lead across the stripe this time by.
Well, he is making that 24 hot rod go wherever he wants it to, and it is sticking right through that nitro setup shop. Hot rod is a machine tonight. Here comes the inside line. Here comes Massey. Fitz going to be all over the back number of that number 41. Down to the bottom they go. They're going to rotate the corner ever so slightly. That thing wound up like a yo-yo. Here comes McCarthy still leading us around through here. Fitz doing everything. Caution on the speedway.
Oh, it's Briggsman around.
Cleater McBrigman.
No, not the boy, the 84. God, man, Brigman, it's going to be a big one. That looks like some pretty detrimental damage here tonight. Oh, I'm seeing quite a few drivers. This is the Hornet's Nest I was talking about on this race restart. There's the 23 who gets tagged. This is Daniel Higgins. New paint scheme for him here this week. Goes for a ride and mowing the grass there in the number 2. Then there's Philip Brigman just hard under the outside safer barrier.
That's a big hit there.
See what happens this time by, and we'll watch it at race pace. Oh! A bink, a book, and then another. Oh, right in front of Cameron Smith. Oh!
You know the song. Everybody sing along.
Yeah.
I bought the wild lead, the wild one.
Yeah, Travis Farmer right there with them. It looks like Brian Utley Jr., he's got his 88 all fixed back up, albeit a couple laps down. Daniel Higgins washes up the track here. Oh, there is no contact, but net code out the left rear quarter panel. And then 4 wide down here coming across the line. Look at Cameron Smith. Nice reaction time to keep it out the rear end of the 23. That'll keep both those drivers a little bit happier. There's and Joe Stipe. There goes Cameron Smith around it. So nice evasive action. Philip Brigman. That's probably going to be quite a few laps down at this point.
That could have been a lot worse. Cameron Smith, great avoidance there to get this thing, that 9 machine through there, because that could have ended his race very likely.
We're going to take a quick break here on Stam Studio Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you up here.
What you see right here is Cotton Bowl Speedway. It's nice and quiet right now because we have completed our 2025 race season. However, it's not going to be quiet for very long. That's because it's time for Oktoberfest 2025 at Cotton Bowl Speedway, Friday and Saturday night, October 10th and 11th. On Friday are 5 local classes, and they'll be joined by the South Texas Dirt Trucks. On Saturday, again, our 5 local classes of cars. Special guest appearance, the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas, and the South Texas IMCA Modifieds. Be sure to check out the Cotton Bowl Speedway Facebook page or racecbs.com for all the event information. We'll see you Friday and Saturday night, October 10th and 11th. It's Oktoberfest 2025. Green flag, green light, let's go racing!
Alrighty, welcome back here live on Stam Studio Network. Hope you're all having a great evening here tonight. It's been back and forth. Only 5 cautions from Kansas Speedway. Tyler Massey, Kyler McCarthy, Matthew Fitz, Robbie Bice, Bill Hales, Sean Judson. How about Willie B. Roberts, Travis Farmer, Cameron Smith, Austin Mice? Some newer names starting to join this top 10, Justin.
A lot of new names, new faces, new places, and that place right now is the front row. So, ought to be fun here. Everybody just gonna have to keep this trainer rolling. Got some good green flag laps kind of rolling towards us here, but hopefully we can get this thing on a good little run for a little bit.
Something really weird just happened. You know the salty air breeze that you get down at the ocean. I just randomly, I am hundreds of miles away from, I don't know, that is very weird. Anyways, I don't know if that's the sign of a health issue or what. Maybe I'm so excited we're about to get racing. That's new. We'll get Kyler McCarthy, Tyler Myers here going up to the front. It was like Gulf Shores too.
Her son.
Yeah. Green flag out here from Toto Land.
You got it.
Oh, don't you do it. Side by side. Matthew Fitz, Tyler Massey, Bill Hales, the 53 Toyota Camry. We haven't really mentioned Bill in that 53 tonight. He last minute on 61. Possibly a little bit different tire strategy as he brings Willie B. Roberts as well as Robbie Weiss looking to climb the hill out the exit of 3 and 4. No, don't you do it. Here we go. Battle for the lead once again. Does Tyler Massey, is he able to get that side draft, the left front quarter panel on Tyler McCarthy's right rear? Not able to do it though. Here comes Matthew Fitz looking to join this party as well.
Here we go. Here comes Fitz looking inside if he can try to get there. But have the inside line, Massing to roll the top up there. Can he make that thing work? Right now, still side by side. They are working this thing every which way they can. Here comes Bill Hell's going to poke his nose up through there, see if maybe he can get it a good run. Maybe have to use the old chrome horn up there if he's got to. Get him out the way. Not able to get there just yet.
So Bill Hale's knocking on that final driver interview spot as sparks continue to fly out a little bit. I mean, once again, to the hornet's nest here from about 7th on back. Oh, Travis Farmer, loose as a goose coming across the line. Sean Judson, Willie B. Roberts still sitting about 6th and 7th. Still 2 by 2 through the pack. Smith looks to slice and dice his way towards the front. He's sitting right around Austin Mice, that Stand Studio Network affiliated Pony setup shop. 97. Don't look now, everybody. Oh, it's the one. It's the only. Probably the driver with the most wins. And in the Bump and Run Cup Series, as well as ARCA, if you're counting those as well. Austin Mice slapping the outside wall, but it's Charles Van Schwick already up to P8 after this last pit stop strategy.
Well, they are making it look easy. Charles able to kind of rotate the top here. They have the run off. You're going to have a great run off right here. Going to be able to get by Smith with ease. Put all his focus looking forward to Sean Judson. Going to go to the bottom, SpongeBob machine. Really making it happen here.
Oh, 3 wide back there behind him. Willie B. Roberts gets put in the meat of the sandwich. Look at Tyler Myers looking to fight his way back up front as well. Oh, almost contact. Maybe some net code there between the 97-71. Willie B. Roberts scrapes that vinyl wrap off the right rear quarter panel. Here comes Brandon Moore, our pole sitter on the race, looking to fight his way back up. Oh, 71. Willie B., what you gonna do?
Willie B. Don't wreck me. Will it be?
Man, look at Daniel Higgins after mowing the grass there probably 10-15 laps ago. He continues to sit right there up in 14th position. He let me know a little bit of, as I was walking through the virtual garage, you could call it, before the race. Daniel Higgins let me know he had the short run set up here. Really 15 laps and under, he had the speed, he had the pace to fight with them. But at those right side tires, he told me both the front and the rear really just not rocking and rolling on the number 2, although shown as that Bubba Wallace 23 McDonald's. Man, Bubbly Wall almost had it done. Real life racing at Kansas. Yeah, so close. Justin, were you able to catch that finish live?
No, I seen the replay on it.
Yeah. Man, I was able to catch those last couple laps. I mean, starting with Zane Smith up there on his... God, did you see that one on the old Instagram? It was everywhere.
It was wild.
I like the Instagram kind of memes, I guess you could call them, of take a look at what he did. It's the Ross Chastain, the audio of Rick Allen on top of that. So, I don't know if you've seen that, but man, it got a good chuckle out of it there.
I wouldn't. I mean, in that situation, it's a tough situation to be in. You want to win, obviously, but you also want your team car to win.
Oh,
I mean, honestly, truthfully, I'd have let Bubba win it, so that way I'm in it, and my teammate or my team car's in it. But then again, you're racing for another team. It's all just a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo mess.
Golly. Okay, this is what I would like to love to show to the race fans. If you were listening in there, I mean, Willie B. Roberts kept it in 5th gear as he has Travis Farmer down the inside. Don't do it. Don't get down the dirty air. Okay, gonna slide back up the track. Yep, that's what I was gonna mention. Oh, okay. So that's 2 lessons learned there live for our racing fans that maybe don't race these next gens or iRacing quite a bit. Man, it is tight conditions here tonight for Willie B. Roberts. And he got in that dirty air wake and it shot him right up that
He done did learn. He done did learn.
He done did learn. Hopefully everybody down there in YouTube land did learn. Let's take a look at the race recap real quick. Bottom right of the screen, lap 82 out of 135. Our leader right now is Kyler McCarthy. We've only had 5 cautions just for 15 laps. And take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 12 lead changes. Back and forth. Cat and mouse action here tonight, especially for that P2 position.
Miss Terry, they don't make a PBR Pop Tartar. I may would have to.
Golly. Oh! God, they better start making some pancake flavored Pop Tarts or some slide jog. I don't know how you make a slide jog flavored Pop Tart.
They do.
They do. 3 wide for the battle for B2. Here we go. It's starting to heat up, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Lord, how about Bill Hales? He's doing everything he can to hang on to it. But he's got SpongeBob knocking on the back bumper.
Oh, Bill, hang on to her, boy.
Oh, that could have been bad. That could have been real bad.
Golly, what a save there for not only Bill Hales, but as well as Matthew Fitz. Charles Van Schwick able to make it through a... Where did he come from? Where did he go? I think Charles Van Schwick gets the nickname Cotton Eye Joe tonight. That 41, SpongeBob, me boy. He's looking to dive down the inside with Monster Energy. Number 69 of Matthew Fitz. Matthew sitting right where he started this race, but continuing to run the outside line. It's 2 wide, not only for second, third, but for fourth and fifth between Cameron Smith and Bill Hales. That is 5th and 6th there. And he's starting to join this battle as well. Brandon Moore, he has the long run set up on the number 8. If we get some clean, green and mean white checkered flag here, keep your eye on that Brandon Moore. Machine is, look at this, continuing to work his way through the field.
That 8 machine's kind of coming to life. It may have been a long run machine.
All along, I'm telling you.
All along, he was just, hey, he was sandbagging earlier. That's exactly what he did. He was sandbagging.
Man, Bill Hales he's been playing the Super Bowl-esque defense here tonight. I mean, not on no driver in particular, but this time it's in front of Cameron Smith. He's throwing the physical blocks there on the back straightaway, not really aero blocking too much. He is going to right in front of Cameron Smith. That
just
Chase
aero
Elliott
blocking
bait
everywhere.
speed. Oh my days! Hey, I don't fault him for it though. You got to do what you got to do. This time, get a little bit too much, a little too flirty with that outside line there. It's going to present. Look at that, Trenton Johns back up to P5, Tyler Massey to P4, Fitz P3, Charles Van Schwick to P2, Kyler McCarthy. He's back from a little vacation. Our points leader back up as the race leader here tonight.
So looking at this right now, this is just a mismatch of cars here. Smith, Moore, Hales, Judson, Huntley, all right there together. They're doing everything they possibly can to try to just gain a position. But right now, it's a matter of kind of an arrow game here. Go from the top to the bottom. We see Shirley B. Roberts go to the top to the bottom. It vice versa. It can really mess up that arrow and get you extremely loose. And as this tire wear kind of rolls on here, you got to make sure you're taking care of this hot rod and this set of tires. If we don't get a caution here in the next little bit, I don't know kind of math-wise of what the numbers would be to get you to the end, but you got to start crunching those numbers and take care of those good years.
Yeah, speaking of that, take a look at the weather in the bottom right of the screen. It's a cool, calm, and collected 70 degree Fahrenheit. I wish we had the track temperature also on this graphic, but very, very high humidity points here, and we've continued to see, if you don't baby these tires at least, I mean, that's the trick. If you just save just the slightest bit of tire temps and pressures earlier on in these runs, especially in an open setup race where you have the opportunity to adjust these cars on the fly on pit stops, as far as a little bit of, you can tighten and loosen them up there, as well as you can adjust the, oh gosh, it's going to be a hard impact. Oh no, Daniel Higgins is hard into the outside wall there. Oh no, Briggsman. Arca breaking it here tonight.
Claytor McBrigman.
You know, I'm willing to, actually I'm not willing to bet, but I wonder if he had all that damage repaired there, and it just reared it. It just showed itself all right back up on the right side. First, we got to see what happens with Daniel Higgins. Remember, he had a spin in the grass earlier on in the race. 68 up in front of him of Chris Campbell. Daniel Higgins is running that bubble. Oh my! It visually looked like a tire went down, but I think that thing got. I mean, it started to lose it on the entrance of the corner, and then he just. Oh, Willie B. Roberts. He was able to kind of hang on there somehow for Daniel Higgins. I don't know. What do you see here, Justin, as we hop on board with him?
Take a look, see here. Going around through here. Get some gas. Looks good.
Nice. Okay, sorry, that's on me. Here we go again.
Oh. Boy, that thing just rotated. I mean, instantly.
I think it's the dirty air, dude. He's trying to follow. Stopping on the brake pedal as well. Very nice job to get that thing off of the, or avoiding the safer barrier there.
I mean, that thing snapped around so quick.
Here's our battle off of pit lane as we join it kind of late there, but it's once again McCarthy, Schwick, Massey, Richard Johns, Brandon Moore, Cameron Smith, Sean Judson, Matthew Fitz, Bill Hales, and Austin Mice running at the top 10. We'll be right back with you after a quick break here on Stam Studio Network. Don't go anywhere unless it's for just a quick little snack or a beverage of your choice. Thanks, everybody.
What you see right here is Cotton Bowl Speedway. It's nice and quiet right now because we have completed our 2025 race season. However, it's not going to be quiet for very long. That's because it's time for Oktoberfest 2025 at Cotton Bowl Speedway, Friday and Saturday night, October 10th and 11th. On Friday are 5 local classes, and they'll be joined by the South Texas Dirt Trucks. On Saturday, again, our 5 local classes of cars. Special guest appearance, the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas, and the South Texas IMCA Modifieds. Be sure to check out the Cotton Bowl Speedway Facebook page or racecbs.com for all the event information. We'll see you Friday and Saturday night, October 10th and 11th. It's Oktoberfest 2025. Green flag, green light, let's go racing!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the virtual Kansas Speedway. It's Sean Stam and Justin Yaw here live with you on Stam Studio Network for the Bump and Run Cup Series. This season continues to crest a little bit closer here towards the end of it. We're continuing to follow the real-life NASCAR schedule. How about Charles Van Schwick, Tyler Massey, Brandon Moore, Richard Johns, Sean Judson? Justin, we're continuing to see the cream rise to the top tonight.
Don't make me do my dang Macho Man impression.
Do it. Hit him with it.
Here we go. The cream's gonna raise to the top. The top here, I tell you. I just need some sunglasses, man. Here we go. Back to the green flag here in Kansas. Kansas, of all places, where Toto lives.
Man, Yellow Brick Road it here tonight, and you might be asking yourself, where is Kyler McCarthy? Well, he fell all the way back to P16. Not sure if they were speeding in the pits or if a slight pit penalty there, but this is big here. Definitely points implications as we are side by side for the race lead. Richard Johns, we haven't really gotten a chance to see the number 67 Toyota Camry in some clean air here tonight. He is door corner. Is he clear from Charles Van Schwick? He's going to take it away from him. 67 Richard Johns to the race lead.
The baby this thing through 3 and 4. That has been his kryptonite. As they work their way back to it. Easy, Richard. Here comes Massey, going to get by Charles. Maybe we're going to have to see what Chuck does here with some dirty air. Been out front most of the run here, so he's going to get back to some dirty air. If you can get that rolling pretty good here, get these positions back, get back to the race lead. We'll work our way around through here on board with Fitz right now. Right now, this 17 of Tyler Massey got a whole rear view mirror of SpongeBob.
That Harvest Ford Mustang has continued to rock and roll tonight. He's continued to show those, the optimal racing lines, continuing to open up the wheel where he needs to at the exit of 4. And really, I saw a very late drop down. And look, he's going to do it again in 1. Take a look at this. Turos Van Schwick dives it down to the inside line behind him because he thinks that's where the clean air is going to be. But Tyler Massey does something a little bit interesting. We'll see if he does it in 3 and 4 a little bit later on the corner entry. Not so much that time by. But he continues to take away the air from the 41. As I would not really expect that tier. Up 36 to 35 laps to go this time by. That math makes it easy up there in the top left of the screen. Trenton Johns, it's a Toyota Camry leading 2 Ford Mustangs, and it's 3 Chevrolet bow ties for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Excuse me, 4th,
3, count on 3. Here comes, oh,
oh,
Lordy.
hang on.
That spotter's going to have to work it up there. Guess what he gets paid the big bucks to do? Here comes Chuck on the inside. Looking for P2 away from Tyler Massey. Massey not going to go away. Going to go up to the middle line. Chuck going to be able to rotate that
Caution.
bottom greatly. 7th caution of the night going to roll out here. Let's take back a look. Is that what it be?
Ah, it is Willie B. Remember, he suffered a little bit of damage here on our last caution of the race. Oh my God! There's no. I was about to call it a wink. There's no spoiler left on that number, that 71. All right, Justin.
Just knocked the spoiler off of it.
I don't mean dance for us here, but go ahead and break it down now, Funk Soul brother. Wait for it. I'll speed it up. Now I gotta rewind. God dang. Okay. All right, here you go, Justin.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one right there. That's a good one.
Well, a smackaroo and a half on that outside wall, not once but twice, maybe even thrice. Let's hop on board and listen in because this is going to get pretty violent here. Oh, well, it already happened. This is going to get pretty violent here for Willie B.
Bang!
Golly, Justin, I don't know if I've ever really seen I've seen pancakes in these next-gen cars plenty of times, but I've not one. I mean, maybe it broke the toe link instantly, but okay, that was a pretty hard hit, and then it just loops right back around on him right in front of Philip Brigman and Bill Hales.
Knocked the shiny off that 71 is what it did.
Locks it back down, drifting across the finish line there. Unfortunate, probably into the race here for Willie B. Roberts. Man, take a look at this the virtual track here tonight, and it's a great night for racing. Justin, I appreciate you joining in and week out here with me up here in the booth, and I appreciate each and every one of the race fans from the bottom of my heart joining in for every single race or every race that you do watch on Stam Studio Network, as well as for the drivers for putting on a show, and of course the league owners, especially Bump and Run here. I know Brian Huntley Jr., just to name one out of many of them. Brian Huntley, he's still out on track here tonight, even showing quite a few laps down. That's showing the dedication and what Bump and Run means to the league owner.
What's up, Brian? Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you and Tyler and Chris having us each and every week, allowing me and Sean to come in here and show y'all's races.
Man, just to name a few, Tyler, Josh, Brian, and once again, Justin Steves. Hopefully, if you're watching here, or I know that we have quite a few drivers that are pretty good buddies there with Justin Steves. Hopefully, Justin, you're feeling a little bit better here for you. This where the drivers are putting on a show here for you, as well as the race fans. It's Richard Johns once again out up front. The Columbia, what is that? PFG. Does that mean Performance Fishing Gear? Is that what that stands for? Professional.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, PFG.
Well, another kind of, I don't know if you call it Corey Heim or another 2311 inspired paint scheme, but I think the kiddos like something about this number, but it'll be special if Richard John visits Victory Lane.
6-7.
Yeah, something about that. Oh, I sound like Jamie Little up here in the booth. Oh God! All right,
6-7.
side by side. Barney the Flagman, he's got it ready to wave it loud and proud. Look at that. He's got that elbow extended at a nice obtuse angle. Green flag is out here from Toto Land.
Every time we hear the green flag, I just think of the little singing from Little Rascal. It's like, da, 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 da. I don't know why.
That's what it looks like here. I know we got the casino off that back stretch as well, so I bet there's a little bit of. I wish they had virtual gambling for the iRacing, but it'll be side by side for the race
Somebody
lead.
set up a DraftKings.
I'm telling you, dude, make it happen. Charles Van Schwick, Richard Johns, Matthew Fitz. He's had a win stealing away from him once, twice, thrice in this Bump and Run Cup Series season. He continues to sit P3 here tonight. It's side by side behind him. Brandon Moore, where did he come from? Where did he go? He's got Joe P2, part 2. As Richard Johns and Charles Van Schwick, the real Cotton Eye Joe, look to still be door to door out of turn number 4.
They are side by side for the race lead. Here comes Brandon Moore, that 8 hot rod, looking for P3. Side by side with Matthew Fitz. Here comes Moore. Inside, looking back behind him. Cameron Smith,
Charles!
John Judson going at it. Oh!
What a save! I don't know how we're still clean, green and mean. Charles Van Schwick, where did Charles drop to? He jumped there back to P11. What evasive action here through the pack. We're keeping it moving.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that could have been bad, real quick. But how about Johns? He's going to open up this gap right here. 7/10 of a second between him and second place of Brandon Moore. Oh, there goes Fitz. Dropping down to 4th, 5th. This inside line just had a run. Oh my goodness, here comes McCarthy working his way back up to the field. Here comes Campbell right behind him to the inside. Fitz is going to stick that thing way up there. Still riding the fence around this Kansas Speedway. Not working. He's maybe going to have to look to get to the bottom. Nope, still going to run the top through 3 and 4. Here comes Bill Hells into the picture. Back there also, but can the gap shrink? Right now, 0.7 seconds between Mr. Johns and Mr. Moore as they work their way back into turn 22. Let's take a look back here. Look at this save here.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's the side draft here across, going into the corner, if it's one of the bumps there from the very bumpy, a little bumpy Kansas Speed. I think. Oh man, look at it! It's already loose going into the corner. God, Brandon Moore! Oh, he makes contact with Fitz.
That's it. Fitz way up the racetrack. Way up the racetrack. Tags the wall. Simply going to look on what happened to Fitz. I'm wondering if that inside line just had a run. Oh, get out. Look at this save right here.
Real quick, that's what happened to Fitz off the save. After, Brandon Moore missing him by a paper's width there. Oh, not quite clear on the outside.
Yeah, I don't think it Fitz. He got it, but I don't think it knocked it too bad out. It may have. Fitz is falling down about 9th or 10th now, but still keeping the same gap here.
Man, God.
Into a second right now.
I feel for quite a bit of drivers, as much broadcasting as I do, but I mean, time and time again, what is it, 3 to 4 races here for the past month? Matthew Fitz has been leading laps in the race, and once again, just nowhere to go by no fault of his own. Unfortunately, he's going to fall back to P10, and I think everybody knows what's about to be sung here tonight. Continue to fall like a rock. We got some side-by-side, door-to-door for P2 and 3. It's Kyler McCarthy who works his way back up to P2. And Brandon Moore here, our pole sitter. Man, he was admired back there all the way at 17th, 18th earlier in the race. Well, right now it's side-by-side for that P2 and P3 position.
Goodness gracious, here comes that 24. Has had pace all night long. Was leading up front most of the front half of this race. Just kind of fell back, but here he comes battling back. Looking for P2 right now, side by side with Brandon Morris. They worked back through 1 and 2. Richard Johns looking in the rear view saying, race it out, boys. Let me just keep this leader rolling. Does not need to see a caution, but here comes that 41 hot rod again. He is making his way back up here. Slowly but surely, here comes Chuck.
Man, Kyler McCarthy said, sorry, I got to clear you here. I got places to be, but Brandon Moore has not given up this battle for the P2 position. And if we take a look at that gap and that the lap time differential between our race leader and P2, well, it's the green, it's clear there, but it's lap 110 through 12. Kyler McCarthy's faster. He was a little bit slower as he had to work his way around Brandon Moore. But with these drivers, they all pit on the same lap. Kyler McCarthy's pit stop was only 5 seconds, I do believe. So he is continuing to reel in our race leader at least lap 110 through 112. Now we're comparing to McCarthy to Moore. Brandon Moore is starting to show some pace, but after just now getting past, he's got Charles Van Schwick to deal with now down his inside as well.
Charles has made up the gap quickly after that good save. You wonder, though, how much did it wear on those tires trying to keep that hot rod from going into the wall. Hopefully he's able to get back through here, but he is showing a lot of pace right now as he looks on that 8 machine to have his sight. Quietly having a good night right now is Chris Campbell. That Toyota hot rod really having a good night so far. Needs a good point tonight to kind of help his points. That's for sure, but good hot rod tonight for that number 68 as we look kind of through the field here. Side by side for Tyler Massey and Bill Hales. Right now, is it work? Oh, that is for P7. Bill Hales with another great save. That could have been bad.
Golly, he's going to lose 1, count him 2, count him 3, you got to be an auctioneer to count how many spots he just it's going to continue to keep coming here. I mean,
he's going to
what
lose
do you think about yeah.
25.
Man, falls all the way back to where he started this race in a respectable P14. He's still got some side-by-side up in front of him. Kevin Roy, first time we've mentioned in the number 77 Celsius red, white, and blue Toyota Camry tonight. He's still got Daniel Higgins on his outside. It's a 3x3 Toyota Camry battle about here for, let's see, 12th, 13th, and 14th. Daniel Higgins is going to slot down back into the outside line. Going to see if he's got something happening, something working there. Crossing that outside seam, keeping the right side tires on it. Loses a little bit of time. Here comes John Holliday. A little bit of contact on 23's rear bumper there. That farm-rich mozzarella paint scheme is going to have Travis Farmer on his rear bumper as well.
Yeah, give me that mozzarella cheese stick, baby. Give me the farm-rich. Best cheese sticks in the game. That's for sure. Working their way back around through here. If you remember, Holiday was in a big wreck earlier with Stan Mayberry. Right now, looking for a rebound here. We're looking kind of 14, 15 on back. There's Higgins, there's Fitz, there's Hales, so many guys right there.
And I know that we have both the virtual and the live driver camera here tonight on I believe it's Matthew Fitz. Yeah, on the right side of your screen. I mean, we know he's got at least some damage on there. And let's see if the toe link is... Oh, I don't know as it's still keeping it down there in 5th gear. Let's see on the back straightaway. It's somehow still straight, Justin. Are you kidding me?
I don't know how it's still straight. Shit,
saying. He's got the triple
Not
monitor setup going, and right there, look on the left side of Matthew Fitz's left monitor. That's why you want some triple monitor setups there, because like instead of a single screen, you'd have to be clicking those buttons, look left, look right, look center. Nope, that's very easily said there and done for Matthew Fitz. It's also extremely immersive as well. Look at him go, go, go.
Yeah, really able to kind of see all your marks working around through there. He works his way back through here, but how about the 24? He has caught the race leader 13 laps to go as they come across the stripe. McCarthy running the high side there. Right now, if you're Johns, you've got to play some defense here. The gap's going to open up just a little bit there.
Well, how do you do it?
Arrow block. That's the only thing I can tell you to do.
Man.
You make sure you keep that 24 and that 41 in your rear view mirror, because right now both of them have some speed, especially that 41. He was up front, almost spun it out earlier. He was able to keep it pointed straight, because that could have ended his night very much. But hey, able to keep it straight, but boy, that could have really ended his night. But boy, he's going to make it hard for everybody else.
Speaking of, oh my days, it says 61. The graphic looks a little wonky on the right side of your screen, but everybody here in the top 8 of the race. Matter of fact, Tyler Massey has been the last driver to pit, but right now, Richard Johns, Kyler McCarthy still battling on the same set of tires. Here comes a run for Kyler McCarthy. That's Richard Johns going to throw another defensive block there. This time it's onto the back straightaway. It was a little bit more than an arrow block that time. It was a physical bump. It was a physical. Here comes the run for Kyler McCarthy. The Bump and Run Cup Series, 10 laps ago from the virtual Kansas Speedway, live on STAM Studio Network.
They're doing everything they can to keep. Right now, if you're Johns, you got to keep that 24. You got to keep that 41 behind you. I mean, he is doing everything he can, keeping that thing hooked right there to that white line on the bottom. Not going to be able to keep him behind him for too long. But take care of these tires, man. Don't wear them out too much. We're going to hit the stripe. 9 laps to go. Single digits, here we come. How about the run for McCarthy coming off a 4? Can he get to the corner there? No. He's going to have a good run coming off the corner, though. Can he get him cleared to have a great run as they head back off in 3 and 4? Looking ahead, though, look, we got some lap traffic up there. That'll be interesting to see kind of which line he takes. Does he take the bottom? Does he take the middle?
This is going to get down to the nitty-gritty here tonight. We got Baby Goat 33. We got Terry. We got Justin Steves joining us live in YouTube chat.
Steve!
Justin, I hope that you are feeling a little bit better here tonight, and hopefully we bring you a finish of the century. As you ask, is that Richard Johns? Yes, sir, Bree Bobcat Tail. You better believe it, leading the race. But he's trying to run, trying to hide from McCarthy. Charles Van Swick right there with him. Willie B. Roberts is also joining us down there as well.
Boy, they are getting after it right here, side by side. Neither guy checking up right now. Got to get past Scott. Scott going to put it up there in the fence. Where the shiny off that 00. John's doing everything he can possibly do right now to keep this 24-41 behind him. That is the race in itself. Looking back, you got Massey trying to enter this picture. He's going to wear those Goodyear Eagles out. You got Brandon Moore not too far behind. But Brandon wants to make something happen. He's got to drive the wheels off of it. Massey's doing everything he can possibly do to try to get up to this front group. We come across the stripe, 6 laps to go.
6 laps are going to go off in a blink of an eye here tonight. Richard Johns, he's going to continue to lead. Kyler McCarthy doing everything he can to work that outside line, work the speed, work the momentum. Tires, it's all gone here tonight. It comes down to this. 5 laps to go, this time by. We're going to start to look side by side. I believe it's going to be this lap, if not the next one, for P number 2. Richard Johns is going to love to see it. Tyler Massey's going to love to see it. Up and on board with that Massey STAM Studio Network affiliated 17 Harvest Machine. Here comes that side by side for P2. Is Kyler McCarthy clear? Just barely of Charles Van Swick coming to the stripe, this time by 4 4 laps to go. Look at Charles Van Swick dive it down in there. Such an early corner entry. He's going to slide up the corner exit there. Charles Van Swick, Kyler McCarthy, 0.2 of a second separating them two. Only 1 second, 1/10 of a second separating them from the race lead.
Everybody's going to get to the bottom right here. Run right behind that number 67. See if they can maybe catch a draft. See if they can get run.
Oh, he turned him!
Oh, he turned him! Johns with the block. Oh, my goodness. That's going to possibly bring out the caution. We're going to keep it green. Here comes the 21, the 41. This 24 and the 41. This is going to be a race. But right now, sitting in the catbirds, you got Massey. He's got a great vision of this race. McCarthy going to go towards the wall. Charles to the bottom. Can McCarthy have the run off, or is Charles going to equal him? As they come off the corner side by side as they head back off in 3 and 4.
Charles Van Swick once again slice and dice and taking the inside line. Kyler McCarthy goes for a hike on that outside line, keeps the inside open. Kyler, he's going to get right back to that rear bumper of our race leader as Charles Van Swick is looking to steal another one away in the Bump and Run Cup Series season. Door to door, side by side. Look at the room. Look at the gaps left between these two. This is ethical wheel here for the Bump and Run Cup Series. You don't get much better than it. Kyler McCarthy, Charles Van Swick, back and forth, coming to the white flag. Tyler Massey is right there with them.
Doing everything possible that he can do to try to get through there. Looking at it here. As they come round through the corner, Massey has caught him. Final lap, going in the books here. Can McCarthy hold off these two? Massey able to get around Charles. Here they go to the front. Coming around through here, Charles going to peek back to the inside for second place as they come through turns 3 and 4.
Side by side for P2, it's Massey up top, Van Swick is down low, but it's going to be Kyler McCarthy taking the race win away here tonight. Another checkered flag, another sticker up on that top of the 24 for the Bump and Run Cup Series. McCarthy, we've seen pace, we've seen race, but tonight it was all ethical wheel to see the 24 down in victory lane. Charles Van Swick flying around the track. Unfortunately, not able to take the checkered flag away tonight. He's going to take P3. Tyler Massey, the Stam Studio Network Harvest Ford Mustang, takes away P2. That'll be the top 3 drivers. Stick with us here on Stam Studio Network. We'll get some unofficial, official race results, as well as some top 3 driver interviews here for you in just a few moments' time. Kyler McCarthy, you've earned this, man. Burn this puppy down, down, down. Leading 64 laps here tonight and taking the last 2 away from when they all mattered most. Kyler McCarthy is going to be back to virtual victory lane here with us in just a few moments' time. And go ahead and crank this puppy up here for this V8 burning it down here for the 24. Kyler McCarthy, a points leader, going at it once again. Well, how about it, Justin? Kyler McCarthy, looks like Matthew Fitz and Robbie Bice as well as down there, just all burning it out here for the cardboard cutout fans. We'll take a look at these unofficial, official race results, but what a race, what a finish. Man, those last couple laps were a lot of fun to watch. I guess before we take a look at some unofficial, official race results, we'll take a look at a couple of replays there from those last lap passes, the last couple lap passes.
Well, that was some racing in itself right there. Great racing all around.
Man, talk about a side draft. Talk about side by side. This is what I mean. Clean racing, ethical wheel here. There's leaving lanes of traffic here between them. Here comes Kyler McCarthy. They're going to give a shot to the rear bumper of Charles Van Swick. I believe that time we're taking the white flag. Kyler McCarthy's going to look down into the inside. SpongeBob's eyes are wide open. He saw it coming, but there's really just nothing that Charles Van Schwick can do here. And now as we approach the white flag lap, this time by Charles Van Schwick, loose out of turn number 4, and then here comes Tyler Massey.
Massey was doing everything he could right there to get back up to it. The only thing he didn't do was put somebody in the wall, I think.
He got a clean, green, mean race tonight for the 17. And here comes Charles down the inside, not able to make it stick out of 3 and 4. Hang on to her. Look at the drift down up there at the exit. That'll be our top 3 runners. And here are the official race results here tonight as Kyler McCarthy is burning this puppy down for a well-deserved win. Oh boy, Justin taking away for the top, 18.
Let's take a look at these results. Kyler McCarthy picking up the race win. Tyler Massey second. Mr. Charles third. Brandon Moore fourth. Chris Campbell fifth. Sean Judson sixth. Cameron Smith seventh. Robbie Bice eighth. Austin Mice ninth. Kevin Roy 10th. Bill Hales 11th. Daniel Higgins 12th. John Holiday 13th. Travis Farmer 14th. Matthew Fitz 15th. Tyler Byers 16th. Stan Mayberry 17th. And Philip Brigman. Cleater McBrigman going to bring it home 18th.
There goes the infamous sound in the background. The iRacing engines going and blowing. It'll be, let's see, Richard Johns, Joe Stipe, Brian Utley Jr. Brian continued to. I thought it was going to be a really nice finish there tonight for the 88s. He's going to finish in at 21st position. And Willie B. Roberts, they're saying, after earlier in the race, he had some lingering damage, got tight, smacked the wall, and was done for the night. Well, stick with us here on Stam Studio Network. We're gonna meet these drivers down there live in virtual Victory Lane. Justin and I will meet you down there live and at the Bump and Run interview booth. Hey, Kyler McCarthy, this is Sean Stam live down here in virtual Victory Lane. Got yourself a copy?
Loud and clear, boys.
Well, Kyler McCarthy, oh my gosh, what a race. What a win for you. Hopefully you had a great little vacation there, and I think so. You're going to come back right here and visit Victory Lane once again. Kyler, how'd you make it happen here tonight?
Yeah, we definitely had a good vacation. Much needed reset.
There it is.
to come back and get the win, we had to pull some strategy there. I don't remember who I was racing there toward the end, but he blocked me and I hit him, and then after that I got to his inside out of 2, and it said, I heard the spotter say car outside, and he came down, and I just held my line. So I don't know what happened with that. I apologize for that. It's just one of them racing deals. But tell you what, this turbo detailing nitro Chevy Camaro was on rails tonight all night. I've got to give it off to everybody at the shop for giving me a great piece. Hats off to Fitz. We did some really good teamwork. Robbie had a good showing. Stan, Bill had a good showing in his first race back in a while after he was battling some stuff that he was battling. So, yeah, this is redemption from a couple months ago when we were here, and I threw it away. I thought I did for a second, but we were able to capitalize on it.
Well, Kyler, that was a lot of fun to watch here tonight. Back and forth that Nitro Racing Chevrolet Camaro. It's going to visit Victory Lane once again. Congratulations. And I mean, knowing that this was in it's an open race setup. How does it contribute? How much practice time you put in? How much, and as well as how much adjustments do you make under the quite a few pit stops that we had here tonight?
So we really only made one adjustment, and that was only just because of the fuel settings for this league. But the thing, even without it, was on rails all night. The practice that I ran Sunday and the A Open that I ran Saturday night didn't really do any good for this league settings, just because this was ran at night, and obviously NIS was a sunnier, a little hotter track. So it honestly just kind of helped the balance of the car a little more. I just did what I did in the A Open and the NIS and saved tires. One run, my tires were like 92. So we were just riding, but kind of a night and day difference, obviously. But made for a lot of grip and a lot of good racing for the broadcast for y'all.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Well said, Kyler McCarthy. And yeah, that was. I was actually went back to the Justin Reynolds Memorial race at Kansas Speedway a couple months ago for the Bump and Run Cup Series, and I hated to see that for you. But like you said, redemption always feels nice, especially back there to the winning position. Kyler McCarthy, before we let you get going, is there anybody who you'd like to thank or really shout out who makes this all happen for you, man?
I just got to thank y'all for the broadcast. Brian for the league. He puts on a great league here. Nitro Setup Shop, Robbie, everybody over there, Robbie, Fitz, Bill, Stan, Babe for watching Carrie, Miss Terry for tuning in and everything. Appreciate y'all what y'all do, and we'll hope this carries over for tomorrow. But I think the track things are going to be a little bit different for tomorrow, so we'll just have to get back into a different mindset.
That's going to be really fun to watch there. Hopefully we're going into sunset night again, and you got a little bit of something in the notebook for him, but like you said, that's track conditions for you, completely different. It'll be fun to watch there. You live tonight for the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Racing League. Congratulations, Kyler McCarthy. Get the champagne popping, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow night in back-to-back victory lanes.
Yes, sir. We're definitely going to pop a bottle open for this one for sure.
There it is. Congratulations, Kyler McCarthy. Have a great rest of your night. And I believe Justin Yalmatator's caught up with our Stay in Studio Network affiliated driver. That's Harvest on Ford Mustang. Justin Yaw, I believe you caught up with Tyler Massey.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chow, you got a copy, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Man, we're making it. Man, great run there, kind of end of the race. Started off a little wonky, but hey, we bring it home in a good top 2 finish tonight.
Yeah, I was just I barely got any practice this week, and the little bit of practice I did have was during the day, and I guess also with traffic and it being at night, I just felt off. I just felt like I couldn't get a rhythm. I wasn't fast. As the run progressively went on, I made some pit stop adjustments to kind of make the car a little bit looser, because I was really tight in the corners, and I kind of found a rhythm, especially in turn 1 and 2. I was able to kind of go in the get off the throttle and then kind of time it just right so I can get a good runoff, and just kind of got that rhythm. I tried to have a little bit of strategy. I was hoping Kyler and Charles, I was hoping they had to pit one more time for fuel. Looks like they just had enough fuel there, because I pitted on that last caution and restarted pretty mid-pack, and I made some risky moves, going 3 wide a few times, still trying to get to the front of the field, and I was just hoping that they had to, top off of fuel a little bit and kind of get the win that way, a little bit of a sneaky way. But I'm definitely really happy with the run, and Kyler did great, and it was fun racing Charles on the last lap for the P2 finish.
Definitely, man. Well, man, you got anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
I've been trying out Team Conti Setup Shop for their setups, and it's been really great. They have really detailed guides. I also do like Makoni Setup Shop as well. Both are just really great setup shops to go with, and great communities. And also just thanking you guys for putting the broadcast on as always each and every week. It's it's a highlight what makes these races so fun, and also Brian and all the admins for hosting the league.
Definitely appreciate all those folks. Appreciate the shout out. Well, Charlie, get to do it all over again tomorrow, buddy. What's the game plan?
Well, I think tomorrow's race, like Kyler was saying, it's going to be during the day, so it's going to be a little bit different. Maybe just get a little bit more practice in earlier in the day. Maybe do some AI practice so I can see what's going to feel like in traffic during the day and everything. But just try to do the same thing over again, except hopefully get away with the win.
Most definitely, buddy. We appreciate you each and every week with us, Tyler, and I'm going to send it back to Mr. Sean Stan to wrap up our broadcast.
All righty, appreciate that, Tyler Massey. Have a great rest of your night. Appreciate you, Justin, for wrapping up the P2 interview there. And I believe I've caught up here with, once again, man, I'm getting some mad deja vu here at this point on. Charles Van Swick as Sean Stam live here down in the virtual victory lane P3. You getting here tonight? You got yourself your copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, the SpongeBob eyes were wide here tonight. You were ripping the outside line. SpongeBob was looking happy for it. In all seriousness, though, I mean, every single line you were able to really find some speed, find some pace. At least it looked like from up here in the booth.
Yeah. I mean, the car felt good except for that one turn where I went up high, and I don't know if there was just a bump that came out or what. I have no idea. That car came out from under me, and luckily the guy on the bottom was Brandon. I told him I was losing it. I'm going to get as low as possible so he can avoid me. So if there was anyone else behind me, that probably would have ended my night. But after the spin, the tires weren't happy with me. Last week I was given a win. This week I gave it one away. So I get it all comes out. It all comes out in the wash at the end. I was really rooting for Richard Johns there, and that was. I from my point of view, it's just I have no idea what that was. So it should be interesting next week, because Richard was running a strong race, and difficult to watch that guy that's led all those laps at the end and controlling that happening.
Man, we've seen it a couple times there. A couple race leaders that really don't get the finish that they do deserve, but it makes you come back a little bit stronger there for next week. And Charles, we're watching the replay and in the driver eye camera too there on that when you just got just loose there. Not sure, like you said, if it was a bump or something in the seam. It was a very nice save though. Don't know how it didn't bring out a caution. Very nice reaction time through the field. Going to find that P3 position once again, though. This is going to help within the point standings as we head towards the Charlotte Roval. How do you feel about some road course racing next week?
Hate it.
No!
Absolutely hate it. Hate it.
Giving the field a chance, are you?
No. I'm never a top guy at a road course. I have no patience for it. I might be fast, but even if I'm fast, there's some road courses I just don't even care, and I don't even try because it just doesn't work for me. The new configuration of COTA stinks. But I don't know, with the Roval, it's I'm pretty decent there, but it's only a matter of time before I lock the brakes up, go into a tire barrier, go off track. I mean, it's just I don't have the it's crazy. You would think I would have the discipline for them because I'm so not to pat myself on the back, but I'm so good at taking care of my car, running a consistent line on the ovals, that you would think I'd be able to control it on the road courses. But nah. I may qualify top 5, top 8. I may run in the top 5 for 20 laps, but I'll probably be, my hood will be up or something's going to happen. So.
Yeah, that's really well said, because I remember in an interview a couple races back for the ARCA series, ask you how'd you do it, just patience. But it's very interesting you say that about the road course, and hopefully we do see a good finish for you there in a week's time. Real quick before we let you get going, Charles, is there anybody who you'd like to thank or really shout out here that makes this all happen?
Yeah, you guys for the broadcast.
Woohoo!
There you go. I'm the only, just so you know, I'm the only one that waits for that. So yeah, you guys for the broadcast, Brian and the admins for putting up again. I always call it adult children. Everyone thinks they're the next Dale Earnhardt on this server. And take it a little too serious. It's fun. I enjoy Brian let me back with the guys that I started racing with all the way back on Xbox. It's just fun to be in there and shoot the crap. I don't want to curse on your broadcast, so just hang out and have fun. And then obviously to my company, Go Racing Diecast, go to GoRacingDiecast.com, use GoRacing23, get 5% off the entire order. Do previously owned pre-orders, apparel, customs, and sponsorships. I just hopped on and so I'm pretty bad at this, but just hopped on. I'm sponsoring an ARCA league. I don't even know the name, so that's pretty bad. But I'm looking to. Yeah, they just started last night. Totally forget what it is. But yeah, check them out. You're gonna find them because I don't know. I couldn't direct you where. But yeah, and then all the guys in the chat, man, it was fun. Like I said, it's heartbreaking to see. I think Richard handled it well. I mean, if that was me, I probably would have keyed up and had some choice words. But Richard handled it as best he could. It just sucks. That was, my race maybe, then his race, then Kyler's race, or Kyler's race, then his race. That was his race there, and he did everything to aero block. So shout out to him for a good race. The finish didn't reflect it, but it is what it is, and road course next week. So hopefully that's not much retaliation should happen at a road course. So we should hopefully the 2 weeks off to the next oval might clear some heads.
That reconfiguration, I don't know. We'll see where we're at in just a week's time. Charles, thank you so much, and have a great rest of your night. Congratulations on, my goodness, another podium, the 41 man.
Well, one more shout out. I'm going to shout out to whoever wrecks me next week. Do it before lap 10 so I don't have to race, and you won't hear a peep out of me.
Clip it now. We'll have it in the books for you, Charles. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate your time, and thanks for putting on a show for the fans. Have a great rest of your night, man.
Yep, you too, bud.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, sim racing fans of all ages, I think that's going to just about do it here for us on the Old Stam Studio Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and I guess you can go somewhere here, but make sure you're back here in about 24 hours. We'll be back live for the Full Thought Performance Next Gen Sim Racing League, also at Kansas Speedway, and right after that, Mazda Racing at the virtual Cadwell Park. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your nights. We'll show these unofficial results one more time before we get going. Take care, everybody.